Good morning, everyone. Today, let us learn regarding one of the experiment in fluid mechanics lab. As you all know, fluid mechanics is the branch of physics that deals with the study of all fluids under static and dynamic situations. Fluid mechanics can be divided into fluid statics, the study of fluids at rest, and fluid dynamics, the study of effect of forces on fluid motion. So this study area deals with many and diversified problems such as surface tension, fluid statics, flow in closed bodies, or flow around the bodies. It is important to understand the functioning principles and characteristics of fluid motions from an engineering point of view. So here we have some of the experiments in order to perform in the labs. The first one is calibration of V notch, second one is calibration of rectangular notch, and third one is the impact of jet, and fourth one is the friction in pipes, and fifth one is the venturimeter experiment. So today let us learn regarding the V-notch experiment. As you all know, a notch is an opening in the side of the measuring tank or a reservoir extending above the free surface. So these notches are used to measure discharge of open channel flows by passing or by placing or by constructing them across the streams. So the notches are generally used for measuring discharge in small open channels or laboratory flumes. Notches can be of different shapes. As you can see in the images, it can be a V notch of triangular shape, suppressed rectangular shaped notch, and trapezoidal shape of notch, and a stepped notch. So the bottom of the notch over which the water flows is known as the crest or the sill, and the thin sheet of the water that flows over the notch is called as nepe or vein. The edges of the notch are beveled on the downstream side so as to have a sharp edged sides and crest resulting in minimum contact with the flowing fluid. The discharge over the notch is measured by measuring the head acting over the notch. As the water approaches the notch, the surface becomes curved, and therefore the head over the notch is to be measured at the upstream of the notch where the effect of curvature is minimum. Also, it should be close to the notch so that the loss of energy between head measuring section and notch is negligible. In practical, the head over the notch is measured at a distance of 3 to 4 times the maximum head from the notch. The notch or a triangular notch is a sharp crested notch which is mainly used to determine the flow rate of the fluid. A Q theoretical value of discharge is found by using the equation 8 by 15 into CD square root of 2g into tan theta by 2 into h raised to 5 by 2. So now we'll see the procedure to conduct the experiment. The objective of the experiment is to determine the coefficient of discharge of the V notch, and here we are using a channel with a V notch, hook gauge, collecting tank, piezometer. So first step is to start the pump by pressing the start button. So this green button is the button which will help you to start the pump. Next we need to allow the water by opening the inlet valve to enter into the channel section till the crust level. Then we need to note down the initial reading of the water. So after opening the inlet valve and allowing the water to fill in the channel, we are going to note down the final reading of the water, and then we are going to calculate the head of the water as final reading minus the initial reading. Then the Q theoretical value is determined. In order to determine the theoretical discharge value of the V notch, we need to in order to know the actual discharge of the V notch, we need to close the valve and allow the water to flow in the collecting tank for about a known height of 10 centimeter, and we need to note down the time taken to fill the water for about 10 centimeter height. Then we need to calculate the Q actual. So this procedure is continued for about 2 to 3 trials, and then at last, by pressing the yellow button, the pump is made to stop, and hence we end the experiment. So we'll see how to conduct the experiment. So this is the channel setup of the V-notch, where we are having a channel section which is fitted with the V-notch, and here is a valve we need to open in order to allow the water inside the channel section. And this is a collecting tank where there is a valve given here. We need to close the valve in order to calculate the Q actual value, and here is the scale provided to measure a known height of water which is collecting in the collecting tank, and with the help of stopwatch we need to measure the time. So in the first step I'm going to press the start button. So now the pump has started. Next I'll allow the water to flow inside the channel section by opening the inlet valve. So now the water is flowing inside and it is flown up to crest level, that is initial reading with what we take as 3.15 centimeter. And if I increase the discharge, the water starts again flowing with the different velocity inside the channel section, and here I'm going to take the final reading as 10.04. So if I take the final reading minus the initial reading, so I'll be getting the head of water at as 6.89. So now Q theoretical is calculated using the formula 8 by 15 into root of 2g into tan theta by 2 into h raised to 5 by 2. So Q theoretical value need to be calculated. So the value is 2943.7 centimeter cube per seconds. So next we are going to close this valve of the collecting tank and allowing the water to collect in the collecting tank for about 10 centimeter height, and the time taken will be noted down as 20 seconds. So now Q actual is calculated using the formula A into H divided by T. So the result will be 1750 centimeter cube per seconds. So this is trial 1, and here we are going to find CD, that is coefficient of discharge. So here in trial 1 the coefficient of discharge was found to be 0.59. So same experiment will be conducted for the trial 2. Again I'm going to open the inlet valve and allowing the water to flow till the crest level. So the initial reading is recorded as 3.15 centimeter. Then I'm going to increase the speed, that is increase the discharge. Then the final reading will be noted down as 8.85 minus 3.15, which is nothing but 5.7. So next I'll be calculating Q theoretical value using the equation 8 by 15 into root 2g tan theta by 2 into h raised to 5 by 2, which will give you a value of Q theoretical, which I'm going to check, that is 1832.5 centimeter cube. Next I'm going to close this valve and record the time taken to collect 10 centimeter of height of water. So the time taken was 31.4 seconds, and using the Q actual formula I'm going to find out the Q actual value, which was found to be 1114.6. So now I'm going to find the coefficient of discharge value, which was found to be 0.6 in trial 2. Then same thing I'll be doing in trial 3, where I'm going to again open the inlet valve and allow the water to fill in the channel. Then I'm going to increase the speed, then going to note down the final reading 8.85 minus 3.15 will give me the head of the water, which is 5.7. Next I'll be calculating Q theoretical value, which is found to be 1832.5 centimeter cube per seconds. Then To calculate Q actual value, I'm going to stop the valve and allow the water to flow to a height of about 10 centimeter, and the time taken was found to be 31.4 seconds. And Q actual was found to be 1114.6 centimeter cube per second. And then the CD, that is coefficient of discharge, was calculated, which was found to be 0.6 again in trial 3. So after completing all the trials, we need to stop the pump by pressing the stop button. So after that, a characteristics curves need to be plotted, that is actual flow rate versus the head. So we get this particular graph, which is called as characteristic curve of V naught. After that, we are going to find the coefficient of discharge, that is CD, using the graph. So here ends the experiment.